Before we jump out into using algebra and solving problems, we need to understand the fundamental thing first. In this case, we need to know what are the elements of algebra so that we can recognize them later on when solving problems using algebra. The first element that we're going to learn is coefficient. As you can see here, we have 2a, 3c, and minus 4x. The number in which it attached to the letters, which is in front of the letters, we call them coefficient. Note that the default operation in algebra is multiplication, so if you don't see any plus, minus, multiply, or division sign, that means that it is a multiplication. We will learn more about that later on. The second element is the variables. Just like the previous example, the letters that are being used to represent unknown numbers are called variables. In these examples, the variables are a, c, and x. The third element is the constant. It is the number that doesn't have any variables attached to them. In this example, the constants are 5, minus 7, and 0. Next is what we call terms. It's either a single number or variable, or numbers and variables multiplied together. So the three elements that I have shown you before are what we call terms. In this example, this has two terms, which are 2a and 5. They are separated by plus or minus sign. The second example, we have three terms, which are 3b, 5p, and minus 9. Watch out for minus sign, guys. Keep in mind that minus sign attached to a number in a term. The third example here, we have two terms, which are x squared and minus 100. Together, all of them makes an algebraic expression. So in algebra, you will see these kinds of expression every time. As I have explained before, a term can be a variable, a constant, or a variable multiplied by a constant. Each term in an algebraic expression is separated by plus, minus sign, or parenthesis. Index or indices are basically power. As you can see here, all of these variables have power. These are what we call index or indices. As I have mentioned before, the default operation of algebra is multiplication. So basically what you see here is a multiplication. This 2a cubed means that 2 are being multiplied by a cubed. Or if we break them apart, 2a cubed means 2 times 8 times 8 times 8. Like terms are terms that contain the same variables raised to the same power. From all of these terms, can you see terms that has the same variables raised to the same power? Here, 2a cubed and minus 4a cubed are what we call like terms, because they have the same variables raised to the same power. Can you find other pairs of like terms here? Yep, 3x squared with 5x squared are like terms. Y and 7y are also a pair of like terms. Note that even though they have the same letter as the variables, if they don't have the same power, then we cannot say that they are like terms. Factoring is splitting an expression or terms into a simpler multiplication form. Let's say we have this term. 2a have the factors of 2 and a. because 2 is being multiplied by a. Another example, 3x squared. These terms have the factors of 3 and x squared. Next example is this expression. As you can see, x plus 1 is being multiplied by x plus 2 because each of them are in different parentheses and they are being multiplied, so we can say that the factor of this expression are x plus 1 and x plus 2.